Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we are looking at the PIP-2 Systems Control Droid. Uh, this was invented by the Gentech Corporation, intended to run control boards. It was advertised as a glitch proof and was heavily hyped, but failed miserably. Although it handled simple tasks with ease, it was unable to handle excessive stimuli such as bells of flashing lights, um, consistently malfunctioning. Gentech quickly responded to the complaints and recalled as many of these droids as possible. These recalled droids were given programming patches and operated almost perfectly. It wasn't enough, though. However, as the droid was discontinued after only 2 years, the holographic zoo of extinct animals on Coruscant used a PIP-2 to control holographic dioramas, as well as for keeping visitors moving through the exhibit halls. Unfortunately for the droid, it had an unpleasant encounter with an enraged Wookiee Chewbacca. All right, so that's what we really get here. The sad part is I really don't know where this one is originally coming from. I'm going to guess it's coming from um, one of the novels here, probably dealing with the Jedi kids. Seeing that it is with Chewbacca in that time frame, I'm going to say it's this was all done up from West End Games and going from there. Um, I don't remember the name of the series. If it was like Tales of the Jedi or whatever. Once Luke had started really founding the Jedi Order, and Han and Leia were having their kids, and a lot of the other Jedi that were brought in themselves were having children. So I know that it's been brought up in some of the later series that like Han and Leia with their adopted daughter, which was technically their granddaughter, um, that they had gone to a zoo, but I don't remember this droid being in there. So I'm going to guess that it's probably with Han and Leia's kids, and Chewbacca being a very protective friend and uncle to all of them, would definitely rip a droid apart just trying to make sure that he's saving the kids. So let's get into our D6 stats and go from there. All right, so looking at our systems control droid, a Gentech Corporation PIP-2 systems control droid is what's listed, just like what we had on the Wikipedia. It's only got a dexterity, mechanical, and knowledge of a 1D. Now, for communications, it's got a 3D, and sensors is a 3D plus 2. Our perception is about our galactic standard at a 2D. Our strength is only a 1D, so below our galactic standard. Technical is a 2D with computer programming and repair at a 5D plus 1, which does make sense for trying to operate all these systems. Now, it is equipped with 8 manipulator arms, a visual and auditory sensor, a 360-degree version of that, has a 0 movement. So this is just kind of placed in a certain spot, and that's all it is. And it is about 1 meter tall. Looking at the picture here, and I'm sure that this is the one that was in the book, probably from the technical readout, or I don't know if it's really a technical readout or the game subsidy for that novelization that this was put in. Um, just kind of adding to what we were really looking at. Sometimes they would actually throw some pictures in there, so I don't know if this actually made it into the novel itself or if this is something that West End Games had put in, trying to keep everything fairly um, visually going. The hardest thing is there are times where in novels or even in some of the game source books or whatever, we're just given a little blip and we don't really get to see what some of this stuff is. And at least this way, we do have a little bit of a picture. So, With that being said, thank you so very much for joining me today. It's always wonderful having you here. It's a shorter video, but it's always fun just hitting some of these off the wall characters and that inhabit the galaxy. So, hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next video.